Hey guys, this is Total War Master here. Thanks for stopping by. And today I have for you guys a Total War Shogun 2 online battle. This is going to be a 2v2 battle. Now, as you can already tell, I had to kind of fast forward it a little bit because the deployment phase was going to take very long. And real quick, fix my mouse because that's way too sensitive. That's about good. Okay. As you can see, like I said, I had to fast forward it to get to our deployments faster and all that kind of stuff. But as you can see, there is a little skirmish going on with arrows and stuff like that. But let me real quick go over the army comms for you guys. I'm going to be bringing 4 units of these lone sword Ashigaru units, 4 units. I believe 3 units of these Yari Ashigarus, 4 units of the foot samurai here, 4 units of the 3 units of the first katana regiments, and 2 of these Yari cavalries. I'm also going to be bringing a traditional general here. His name is Harold Hardrada, and I love how the game is using modern Harold Hardrada. He transcends all times and realms. So let's go ahead and go on to Holy Rogue. He's going to be bringing obviously a traditional general here. I believe this is, where is he? Here he is, I believe. I don't know, maybe this guy right here. So he's going to be bringing that. He's going to be bringing also some Imperial Guards Katana Samurai. These guys look freaking scary, especially these guys right here with the masks on. He's going to be bringing a lot of horse cav. He's going to be bringing some death head hussars. That sounds a little bit familiar. Some Naginta attendants. He's also going to be bringing some foot samurai as well as me, and long Yari Ashigaru, as well as some warrior monk cavalry and some Tanigashimas. These guys can be pretty deadly if used right. Now on to the enemies. He's going to be bringing some Lone Sword Ashigaru, some Tasibo Warrior Monk, Hero Bow Cavalry, Sword Attendants, a lot of Bow Cavalry. He's going to be bringing a traditional, as always, Tra, an Avatar Bodyguard unit. And on to T-Rom, he's going to be bringing another one, Yoritomo's Yabusami, some mounted Naginata warrior monk cavalry, and some katana samurai. So, this game is going to start off fairly slow. It's going to start off with a lot of mainly bow on bow fights. But this game is truly, it does start off slow and then it can just pick up real fast, and this is one of these games. But you can see that we're trying, or my ally here is trying to take out some key targets here, as well as our enemy. But my ally does have a little bit better line of sight here. And he's also taking some shots at more valuable targets, such as the sword attendants and the bow cav. But then again, the sword attendants are not that very good. I don't personally bring them, but then again, I'm not the master of Total War Shogun 2, so I don't know what units are good and what units are bad. So we have some foot samurai, and keep getting those bow cav. But yeah, as I said, it's going to be fairly slow. Just going to go back and forth skirmish. You can see that I am going to be bringing some foot samurai up to reinforce my allies' flank along here. I do have Yari Ashigaru's standing guard right here over the crest of this little hill here. Only reason is because I thought that he was going to just do a katana charge, which is what a lot of players typically do, and it does end up working, only if your opponent isn't you know, that ready for it. You know, and that tactic usually involves having the bulk charge here and then reserves charging in from behind and then just taking out whatever's in the way. So we're going to keep poking them as much as we can. At least my ally is. I don't even want to get, you know, 10 feet near him, only because he has the cav advantage against me. But then again, his cav units are a little bit cheaper and they're a little bit weaker than mine are. So you can see that he has T-Rom has his guys shooting his bows at my poor Yari-Ashigarus. That's one thing I do like about bows, though. Unlike, you know, typical gunpowder. So we have a skirmish going on over here. My ally tried to charge, I'm guessing, into this forest here to take out these bows, but he didn't see that he had some samurai here. These guys are pretty badass. They can take out some cav fairly well because of the added sword spear protection. But as I said, I do like bows because unlike traditional gunpowder units, they're able to crest up hills and the line of sight isn't necessarily a problem. Which you can see my ally is getting dangerously close, taking heavy archer fire from all sides here. But he is trying to take out as much of this bow cav as he can, because if used properly, this bow cav can really wreak havoc on our lines. So I'm going to just real quick forward it. But as I said, I have my guys trying to help him out as well. You know, we're doing our best to try and take out this bow cav. And we are doing it. About 20 gone so far. So I have Harold. He's going to go in. He's going to start getting some bows. This is one thing that really kind of ticked me off here. I fired like 4 volleys at this general's unit here, and not one horse died. I understand that there is armor on these guys, but I mean, come on. Really? See, okay, we got 1. Oh, God. It just makes me angry to know that that much arrows can pierce them, and then only 1 dies. And this was about 2 to 3 volleys worth, but I have to pull them back because now he has this bow cav coming all over the place, and I can't let them creep up on me. But I am taking good care to make sure Harold gets safe. He doesn't die. As you can see now, I'm getting some Yari cavalry, and the main objective for this Yari cavalry was to hit this regiment here. But you see, my ally is going to make quick work of these Nagise samurai. He's going to charge in. He charged in his Imperial Guards, which ultimately seemed like they just got slaughtered. I think the cav mainly did most of the work, but he's going to keep moving in as much as he can here. So here comes the mounted Naginta cavalry and some light cavalry coming in. So my ally's going to have to pull back his cavalry because he knows it's too much to fight. But he could take out this light cav. So here comes my ally's general here. Alright, so one thing I did was I moved this Yari cavalry over here to help reinforce my ally. And it was kind of a bad idea on my part because now it leaves this guy open for a huge cav charge against me. I don't believe he saw the lone sword Eshigaru in the woods here. So ultimately when he charged in, I can start moving all my guys in. And not only that, it gives me the opportunity to charge in his cav from behind with my Yari-Ashigaru, which is what I'm going to end up doing in a minute. But you can see But they are just slaughtering my foot samurai here. There goes my katana samurai. And here goes my Yari Eshigarus. I'm going to charge right in behind, and we're going to make some quick work of these, of these cav units here. You see I have Harold. Harold's going to come on in. He's going to throw a quick arrow volley. I'll take out a few. You can see I had my first Yari Cav regiment that was originally over here. And we're going to charge into those guys. So, on my part, I think it was a good trade-off here. I only lost one sword Eshigaru, while he lost about, I believe, 2 units of Cav. So, not a good trade-off for him, good trade-off for me. As you can see now, our opponents are going to start pushing all the chips to the table. They're going to make a full-scale attack here. You see we have my allies, Tanegashimas. So, here comes my opponent. With all of his might, he's going to keep pushing through. He's going to obviously break through my foot samurai line. I have to get Harold up to the front a little bit at least so we can get some morale going. I had these Yari Eshigarus on spear wall, and in the long run I probably should have kept them on spear wall, but I don't think I did. So there we go. And he charges sword attendants in first. I like how he did that. Kind of creates kind of a mushy wall barrier. But then again, it's kind of hopeless to do. Especially when you're going to charge into a Yari Eshigaru regiment. But you can see now, our other opponent here, he's kind of making a little bit of headway. He is losing troops fast though, but he does have the cav advantage here. So he's gonna just ultimately start killing off my allies. Excuse me, my allies' army. But here I have some katana samurai going in, and we're gonna try and help out my ally. But you can see here, the engagement here went pretty well. Most of T-ROM's units have routed or shattered at this point. I have some Yaris. Yaris did pretty good. They took out some. They took out this general's unit. Didn't kill the general, but they got it to rout. And now we're gonna hit this avatar's bodyguard. Now I didn't expect the Yaris to do too well. But they did do what I wanted them to do. So I'm happy with that. So as you can see, my allies got his spear wall ready. They have some warrior nuns that are going to start going in. These warrior nuns are pretty badass.
Our men are running from the battlefield. Shameful display.
So as you can see, most of my allies' troops are gone. I don't put any type of blame on my ally though. I don't put bad tactics or anything into it. Only because most of the bulk of their armies were attacking my ally. I didn't get that much. Stands the reason why I still have a lot of my troops left behind. But what we're going to do is I'm going to move most of my guys here so we can start helping out my ally. But you can see he is ultimately doing pretty well.
My lord, their general has fallen. A cutting
So my ally has some katana samurai chasing down these warrior nuns and the samurais. Now, charging your general into combat like that, I don't condone it unless you have a good general who can, you know, fight well. But then again, I would only keep him in battle for less than, you know, maybe a minute, and then get him out of there and take him somewhere else, because you never know. And with this, you can see it was a really bad idea, only because it's Yari Ashigaru. You do not charge, you know, you don't charge Cav into Yari Ashigaru. But this is a good tactic right here. I just charged Harold right into this poor general's bodyguard, and he just destroyed him. He didn't lose anybody. So, good on Harold. As you can see now, they're going to start picking positions up on this little hill here. It does give them a little bit of an advantage, but then again, most of these guys are, you know, bow samurai units. Now, I don't know if this was a glitch or if this is like a some sort of like activation thing, but I don't think he got these guys to really stop until it was too late. But you see now, we are taking care of the samurais here. Yari Ashigaru for the win. Here comes Harold. Now, my ally might have been down and out, but he still had some cav units hitting this forest, and it really was a good wave breaker for me, because it gave me time to get Harold up there and to start charging them, start charging him into these cav units.
Abandoning us to the enemy.
So there goes my ally and the last of his guys. But as I said before, his cav units really did save me though. So Harold's gonna get out of there, and we're gonna finish off what's left. So, really good game to my opponents, really good game to my, allies. I had fun playing this match, even though that, they kind of gang raped my ally. They didn't put too much time and effort into me. See how it is. But like I said, I really enjoyed this battle. I actually do want to play a little bit more Shogun. Maybe over time I could get back to those campaigns that I was doing. But let's real quick look at these things real quick. I deployed about 1,494 guys. I lost 728, but I made up for it by killing 716. My ally bring 1080, 1,080 troops. He lost 889. But he made up for it by killing 967. Opponents, 1299, 765. Lost a lot, kind of made up for it. He lost a lot, kind of made up for it. You know, so here's Harold. Unit that got most of the kills here today, on my side anyway, was the Katana Samurai, which is surprising to me. But yeah. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed that battle. If you want some more Shogun, let me know. If this video does get up to maybe 10 to 15 likes, I will get more Total War Shogun videos up. But anyway, guys, this is Total War Master signing off.